Hello students, the topic that we are going to discuss today is John Keats. Basically today through this video I am going to discuss with you some important questions that have often been asked about John Keats. So this video is all about questions and answers, right? So let's start our question and answer. You can see here the first question, that is John Keats was born on. Question is John Keats was born on. Now 4 options are given. You have to pick the correct answer. So you may guess what can be the correct answer. A. 31 October 1796, B. 23rd March 1795, C. 31 October 1795, 23rd March 1796. So the correct answer is 31 October 1795. The correct answer is 31 October 1795 means C. Right? C. 31 October 1795. So C is the correct answer. Now the second question is John Keats died at the age of. John Keats की किस आयु में डेथ हुई थी? तो John Keats, we all know John Keats died quite young and he died at the age of 25. Again the correct answer is C. John Keats died at the age of 25. Third question is John Keats died of. This question has been asked 2 or 3 times in UPPGT. John Keats died of. So you must know, if you have gone through the question papers of UPPGT, because John Keats is not prescribed in TGT, so you must know there have been given 2 options. In one question the correct answer is tuberculosis, TB, mean answer is A, and in the next question, mean the second question that has been asked, there is consumption. So John Keats died of tuberculosis or consumption. Consumption, right? Tuberculosis or consumption. Consumption is also considered as TB. Hence, whether it is tuberculosis or consumption, both the options are correct, right? John Keats died of tuberculosis or consumption. Fourth question is Keats' father. What was the name of Keats' father? Thomas Keats. So Keats' father was John Keats' father was a stable keeper. Stable keeper mean he used to look after the horses in a stable. Fifth question is Keats' poem O Solitude is. Before I discuss this question, I must tell you O Solitude was the first poem. The first poem of Keats. But when it is asked what was the first matured poem, as in question number 6, you can see the first matured poem written by Keats. If you are asked the first poem written by Keats and if you are asked the first matured poem written by Keats, both are different questions. The first poem that Keats has written is O Solitude and it is a sonnet. So option A is the correct answer. Keats' first poem O Solitude is a sonnet. Is that clear? O Solitude was published in the year 1816. Okay. Sixth question is the first matured poem written by Keats is. So the first matured poem that Keats wrote was again option A. It is on first looking at Chapman's Homer. On first looking at Chapman's Homer. This poem was based on Homer's Iliad. Right? So these were the 6 questions. अब हम चलते हैं next questions की तरफ. Question number 7. Keats' poetry is abundantly and enchantingly sensuous. And the question is, who says the above remark about Keats' poetry? So Keats' poetry is abundant in sensuousness. You can see in another term. This remark has been made by Matthew Arnold. Right? Keats' sensuousness means the Keats' poetry is full of sensuousness, and this remark was made by Matthew Arnold. Question 8 is, which of the following writers is noted for what Keats called negative capability? Negative capability means the capacity of the greatest writers to pursue a vision of artistic beauty even when it leads them into intellectual confusion and uncertainty. So I request you to please pause the video and note it down, as I am not going to write it, I am going to repeat it. So please note it down. What is the term negative capability? So negative capability, once again I am speaking, negative capability means the capacity of the greatest writers to pursue a vision of artistic beauty even when it leads them into intellectual confusion and uncertainty. Right? I must write something like negative capability. It is the capacity of the greatest writers to pursue a vision of artistic beauty even when it leads them to intellectual confusion. And uncertainty. Please note it down. Pause the video, note it down, because I am going to erase it. So I have erased it so that I could write down something else what is required. So the question was, which of the following writers is noted for what Keats called negative capability? So the writer who is noted for what Keats called negative capability was William Shakespeare. The answer is D, William Shakespeare, right? Now come to the question number 9. The year Keats died in is. What was the year in which Keats died? So the year Keats died, it was, in question number 9, option B, 1821. 1821. I am also writing the date. It was 23rd Feb 23rd Feb 1821. It was 23rd Feb 1821, right? As earlier we have discussed, he died due to tuberculosis. Now the question number 10 is, for whom Keats used the term egotistical sublime, right? Question number 10 is, for whom Keats used the term egotistical sublime, right? What is the term egotistical sublime? First of all, you should know what is the term egotistical sublime. Actually, I am telling you all these terms because separate questions can be asked on these terms. So, you should also know exactly what is negative capability, what is egotistical sublime, right? So, what is egotistical sublime? It means egotistical sublime mean brilliant but that too self-centered, right? Brilliant but that too self-centered, right? Brilliant but that too self-centered. So if it is, if something is brilliant but that is self-centered, it means that is based on ego and its egotistical sublime. The Keats used the term egotistical sublime for Wordsworth, and the answer is D, Wordsworth, right? The question number 11, during his lifetime Keats fell in love with. So you should know the correct answer, but you should know the other options as well. By the way, Keats fell in love with Frances Browne Lyndon, and the answer is B, and she is also known as Fanny Browne, right? So it's Frances Browne Lyndon, yeah, or you can say Fanny Browne, right? Frances Browne Lyndon or Fanny Browne. Mary Hutchinson was wife of Wordsworth. Actually, these are names that you have heard, so you might be mistaken in giving your answer. Annette Weln is the lady Wordsworth fell in love with in France. So Wordsworth beloved, in France. And Harriet Westbrook, she is wife of Shelley. Harriet Westbrook, wife of Shelley. Annette Weln, Wordsworth's beloved in France. And Mary Hutchinson, wife of Wordsworth. So the correct answer is B, Frances Browne Lyndon or Fanny Browne. So she is the lady Keats fell in love with during his lifetime, and their marriage could not be materialized because Keats knew well that he would not survive for long because he was suffering from tuberculosis. And one more thing you should know, Keats was not the only person in his family who was suffering from tuberculosis. Even he got this disease from his mother, and his two siblings also died due to this disease. Question number 12 is, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. It's a very, very important line, and this important line, the question is, the above line is from the poem Ode on a Grecian Urn, Ode to a Nightingale, Endymion and Hyperion, right? And the correct answer is Endymion. Actually, the poem opens with this line, a thing of beauty is a joy forever, right? तो Endymion की line है, the poem Endymion, उसकी line है, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. So these were the 12 questions. Now moving to next questions. 13th question is, who called Keats a Greek? So it was Shelley or Wordsworth or Byron or Lamb. So it was Shelley. It was Shelley who called Keats a Greek. Right? Shelley called Keats a Greek. Now question number 14 is, beauty is truth. It's not if, it's is. Beauty is truth, truth beauty. The above line is found in the poem. First of all, you should know this is very important line written by Keats, and this line is found in the poem Ode on a Grecian Urn. Ode on a Grecian Urn, and the correct answer is C. Beauty is truth, truth beauty. This line is from the poem Ode on a Grecian Urn, right? The correct answer is C. Question number 15. Keats died in. When Keats died, he was in which city? Paris, Milan, London or Rome? So it's also very important question. So if we know when he died and if we know where he died, these are the personal life sketch of Keats we should be aware of if we are attempting some important examination like TGT, PGT or some other examinations. So Keats died in Rome. When Keats died, he was in Rome. John Keats was a, option A, classical poet, B, didactic poet, C, sentimental poet, D, Hellenistic poet. So we already know Keats is known for his Greek imitation. As we all know, in 13th Shelley called Keats a Greek, and John Keats was a Hellenistic poet. Answer is D. Why he was a Hellenistic poet? So what is Hellenism? Hellenism is an imitation of ancient Greek culture. The Hellenism is the study of, in fact, study of imitation of ancient Greek culture. Ancient Greek culture, right? That is called Hellenism, and that's why, because John Keats imitated Greek myths or Greek culture in his poetry, that's why he is known as Hellenistic poet. Question number 17 is, the year which marked Annus Mirabilis for Keats is. You first of all, before giving this answer, you must know what is the meaning of Annus Mirabilis. Annus Mirabilis means wonderful year. Wonderful year. And the year which marked as wonderful year in Keats' career, it was 1819. It was 1819. All the important odes written by Keats were published in the year 1819. Many major poems written by Keats were published in 1819. That's why this year marked as Annus Mirabilis for Keats. Question number 18 is, think not of them, thou hast thy music too. The above line refers to the poem Ode on a Grecian Urn, Ode to a Nightingale, Ode to Autumn, and La Belle Dame sans Mercy. Think not of them, thou hast thy music too. This line is all about the contradiction to spring. Spring is known for music. Spring is season of fulfillment, joy, pleasure. On the other hand, autumn. In autumn, everything is dried up. But in this poem, thou hast thy music too. This line refers to autumn. Autumn has its music too. The poet refers this line addressing autumn. Hence, this line is found in which poem? Ode to Autumn, and correct answer is C, Ode to Autumn. Question number 19 is, the odes of Keats are, you must know Keats odes are written in both regular and irregular forms. रेगुलर फॉर्म में भी इनके ओड्स लिखे गए हैं और इरेगुलर फॉर्म में भी. अब जब हम इनके ओड्स पढ़ेंगे तो आई विल टेल यू एग्जैक्टली कौन कौन से इनके ओड्स रेगुलर फॉर्म में लिखे गए हैं, कौन कौन इरेगुलर फॉर्म में लिखे गए हैं. लास्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 20 इज, बिफोर ही बिकेम अ पोएट which profession did Keats undertake? If you have gone through the life sketch of Keats, so you must have known Keats was apprenticed to a surgeon. It means he was apprenticed to medical profession, and the word that applies to medical profession is only one, that is apothecary. Apothecary means dealing in medical instruments and drugs, right? So these were just 20 questions about Keats, and I think if you keep giving a pause and writing notes, so this video will definitely help you in your upcoming examinations. So आज के लिए बस इतना ही. बाकी आगे की जो भी किड्स से रिलेटेड इनकी हम लोग पोइट्री पढ़ेंगे, इनकी लाइफ स्केचेस पढ़ेंगे, या इनके बारे में और कुछ भी पढ़ेंगे, और भी रोमांटिक पोइट्स उनके बारे में जो पढ़ेंगे वो आगे की वीडियो में पढ़ेंगे. तो आज का वीडियो सिर्फ हमें किड्स के बारे में था और सिर्फ इनके 20 क्वेश्चंस के बारे में थे, राइट. अब प्लीज़ इसका नोट्स बनाइए, आप लोग नोट्स बनाते ज़रूर चलिएगा, सो दैट आपको मेमोराइज़ करने में हेल्प मिले. जब भी आपको ज़रूरत होगी आप नोट्स को रिवाइज़ कर सकते हैं या इस वीडियो को बार बार देख सकते हैं, राइट. तो आज के लिए बस इतना ही. थैंक यू.